Today, I'm gonna present Unforgiven Writer, my project idea about ink and imagination crafting legends. It's a story writer about League of Legends lore, and thanks for the AI Makerspace making this possible for us. And also, I put the Riot Games logo in here. So the problem is League of Legends lore is fantastic. It's so cool. And that's the real problem. So, but most of the users don't care about the lore and they're just playing the game. There are a lot of addicts to this game. I was one of them. I finally quit this game. But lore stories are still amazing, and we need to repurpose these stories. All these lore stories are waiting at the website that nobody watches, nobody uh, goes to, and we need to repurpose. And I'm telling the Riot Games marketing team, they are missing the point of repurposing the lore, and like they can use this lore to make, how can I say, make their metrics go into the Mars. Okay. So the first of all, I'm gonna show you about the Riot Games universe. They have some kind of a website for the universe, and it's a MOBA game, multiplayer online battleground game. And where is my mouse? Okay. So they have universe, champions, regions, comics, alt universe. That there are a lot of things at their website. So another thing is they have a map. It's so amazing, like the Lord of the Rings. For this project, I just used Noxus and Ionia characters stories. And my solution is like imagining if we having like Unforgiven writer, the Yasuo, the one of the champion in the League of Legends. And I'm saying you this, close your eyes and think about it. Like we put all of the lore stories into one chatbot, and it can empower the users and empower the players with story crafting. And it can also reinforce, as I said, marketing and engagement strategies. Okay, so how we are gonna measure our success and like our metrics? As I learned from the communities, actually we can look at the interactions KPI from the Hugging Face. I didn't deploy to the Hugging Face, but in the future after this session, I'm gonna I'm gonna deploy into the Hugging Face. And like if we repurpose these lore stories and post into the Reddit, we can take some of the user feedbacks from the Reddit, and like we can take user sentiment analysis based on this post. And like also I talked with another friend in here, AI Makerspace Pano, and we talked about creativity evaluation metric. So I didn't create evaluation data set, but in the future direction, I'm gonna build some kind of creativity evaluation metric, because in the Ragas or any other uh, any other evaluation package, they don't have any kind of creativity metric. And if we have some kind of a creativity metric, we can measure our creativity and like our chatbot's creativity. Okay. So what about data and modeling, you say? I'm saying that I just scrape some of the champions data set, as I said, Noxus and Ionia map. So I did synthetic data generation with Llama Index, and like I used GPT 3.5 Turbo to generate some kind of Q&A question answer pairs. And I can totally say that our application is not harmful because of the prompt. We give the prompt about like don't make harmful and don't make any kind of data that will harm us. And let's go to the LLM chat model and embedding model. I use small embedding model and I fine-tuned this model based on the Q&A pairs. And I also utilized GPT 3.5 Turbo with creative writing configurations. Like they have temperature, and I did some kind of fine-tuning about for the creativity mode for our Unforgiven writer. And let's go to the LLM ops stack. So I didn't make this architecture hard because I want to everybody understand it. Like we have input from Chainlit website, and I made it read our own embeddings, and we are taking question and turning into a vector based on our own embeddings. Like as I said, I fine-tuned with Llama Index, and I'm hosting these embeddings on Hugging Face normally, but not today, of course. And we are getting queries. And also for the Llama Index vector store, I utilized to put all of the documents from the embeddings, from our embeddings to vector store because of better retrieving algorithm. And then our queries went to the vector store and return documents from neighbors algorithms and top ranked 3 documents. And based on that top 3 documents, we are utilizing GPT 3.5 Turbo or GPT-4 to generate an answer, generate an story. Okay, but before the feature work, I want to show you about the project interface. So I'm gonna make better in the future releases, but right now, as you can see, write me a story about Kain and Zed, and it didn't get me answer. Sometimes, okay, sometimes we are getting errors, and in the future directions, we are gonna solve it. We're gonna make this application better. And so there are some kind of characters in the game like Zed, Yasuo, and Kain. So I can write in here. Can you? Okay. So did Darius kill his brother Draven? In the game, there are 2 brothers, Darius and Draven. And as you see, our chatbot answered us. And like I can say, write me a story about Zed versus Yasuo. But sometimes if I didn't give the directions, sometimes I got errors. I'm gonna solve that in the future direction. Anyway, I'm kind of out of the time. Okay, about the future direction. What the? Yes. In the conclusion, I fine-tuned this embedding model, and as I said, it's dope because with small models, it's working fine and it doesn't hallucinate. And in the future, I'm gonna utilize streaming LLM, and I'm gonna build some kind of evaluation data set, and I wanna test it out other commercialized DBs like VWhite or QDRANT. and I'm gonna use bigger embedding model, or like I'm gonna take another direction to fine tuning an LLM model. And also for this project, I'm gonna reach out to League of Legends develop community and talk with them about the marketing things that we can do with repurposing the lore stories. And thank you listening to me.